The war had raged for over a decade, an endless struggle between the United Earth Federation and the enigmatic island Dominion. The battlefields were not planets but the vast and silent void of space, where armadas clashed in dazzling bursts of light and destruction. Supplies were running low, morale was dwindling, and the Federation's forces had been pushed to their limits. But hope still remained. A final fleet carrying much-needed supplies and reinforcements was on its way, weaving through the darkness of the cosmic abyss, racing against time. Commander Elias Varos stood on the bridge of the UEF Vanguard, the lead battleship of the supply fleet. His piercing blue eyes scanned the holographic projections of their path, his jaw clenched with anticipation. The island Dominion had intercepted their last 3 convoys. If this fleet didn't make it, the frontline forces would be left defenseless. He knew the stakes. This was their last shot at survival. As the ships surged forward, their powerful thrusters illuminating the void with a ghostly blue glow, the crew braced themselves. The island were out there, watching, waiting. In the depths of space, hidden within the shadows of a drifting asteroid belt, island warships lay in ambush. Their sleek, obsidian hulls reflected no light, their weapons charged in eerie silence. Supreme Commander Valorn of the Dominion watched the human fleet advance, a cold smirk on his reptilian features. He had studied them, fought them, broken them piece by piece. But humanity was resilient. They refused to die no matter how many times he crushed them. This time he would end it. The ambush was swift. From the void, the island fleet emerged, their plasma cannons blazing through the darkness. Explosions rocked the Vanguard, alarms blaring as enemy ships descended like vultures upon the supply fleet. Varos cursed under his breath, barking orders as his fleet maneuvered into defensive formations. The escort destroyers moved to intercept, their railguns spitting hypervelocity rounds at the oncoming warships. The battle erupted into a chaotic symphony of destruction. Shields flickered and failed, hulls ruptured, bodies were hurled into the merciless vacuum of space. On board the medical frigate Sanctuary, Dr. Alina Kessler struggled to stabilize the wounded as the ship trembled under enemy fire. She had seen too much death, too much suffering. She had held too many hands as the light faded from their eyes. But she would not let despair consume her. With every life she saved, she defied the island. She fought in her own way. Meanwhile, in the depths of the Vanguard, Chief Engineer Rourke battled against time, desperately working to restore the main thrusters. The ship was dead in the water, its engines crippled. If they couldn't move, they were sitting ducks. Sparks flew as he rerouted power, his hands slick with sweat and blood. "Come on, baby," he muttered, willing the ship to live. Above them the battle raged on. Federation pilots danced through the chaos, their starfighters weaving between enemy fire, launching counterattacks with pinpoint precision. Lieutenant Sienna Graves, ace pilot of the Raptor Squadron, led the charge, her heart pounding as she locked onto an enemy warship and unleashed a barrage of missiles. The Dominion ships were strong but not invincible. Then, just as all seemed lost, a new signal appeared on the scanners. More ships. But not the enemies. Reinforcements. The Hyperion Armada, the Federation's last elite fleet, had arrived. From the darkness, colossal dreadnoughts emerged, their weapons charging with the fury of a dying star. The tide was about to turn. Varos let out a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. The battle was not over, but hope had arrived. The Dominion had underestimated them, believed them to be weak. But humanity was not weak. They endured. They fought. And in that moment, as the reinforcements surged forward, unleashing devastation upon the island forces, one truth became clear: the Federation would not fall. Not today.